Jessica Tarlov may be known for co-hosting The Five, but she never even wanted a TV career. So how did she get here? From growing up in a showbiz family to working with a flashy politician, Tarlov has a long history with the entertainment world. You might wonder why on earth Jessica Tarlov took a co-hosting job on Fox News' The Five. After all, the Democrat is outnumbered by Republicans 4-1 on the show. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times, Tarlov expressed how she feels a duty to the show's viewers to present the other side of the argument. She told the outlet, "They're not spending their time finding it elsewhere. It's hard to tell people things they don't want to hear. It is my job, and figuring out a way to do it that will be listened to, palatable, and maybe even persuasive. It's 4-on-1, but showing up matters." Tarlov, whose own friends and family have expressed bewilderment over her choice of workplace, insists that she enjoys being the lone outsider too. She explained, "The point of the show is that it mimics real life. I find it funny. As long as I can ensure that I am not actually thrown off and don't get to finish my point, I like the back and forth."
It's great to be part of the show that really shows off that people on both sides of the aisle can get along and have fun.
While the coronavirus pandemic and the resulting lockdown reportedly caused a record number of couples to go their separate ways, Tarlov experienced the complete opposite during this trying time. She found her soulmate, and she didn't have to look too far either. During COVID-19, the Fox News regular began dating Brian McKenna, a hedge fund executive she'd only previously known as her next-door neighbor. The pair soon got engaged. Within a year, the couple walked down the aisle at a relatively small ceremony. By this point, Tarlov was already pregnant with their first child, Cleo, and in 2024, she told her The Five colleagues live on air that another baby was on the way. Tarlov certainly has the right credentials to run for office in the future. She graduated from the London School of Economics with a doctorate in government, having previously achieved master's degrees in public policy and political science. In fact, compared to many of the politicians she comments on as a Fox News regular, you could argue that she's overqualified. So it's a little surprise to learn that The New Yorker has political ambitions far beyond the studio of The Five. In a chat with USA Today, Tarlov explained that although she was happy focusing on her TV work for now, she hasn't left her roots behind. She told the outlet, "I think about running for office someday, and I know I'll always keep my foot in the political door." In 2021, Tarlov became a first-time mother when she and McKenna welcomed their daughter Cleo into the world. Just a month later, she was appointed to the panel of Fox News' flagship talk show, The Five.
I'm really thrilled to be joining the show.
In an interview with Carrie, the political pundit revealed she felt judged for returning to the workplace. Tarlov shared, "From whether you breastfed and for how long to whether you have a nanny or go to daycare, it feels like everyone has an opinion and a criticism for how you've decided to raise your baby and manage your life. And because I'm in the public eye, people feel like they know me and can just let it rip with their views." As a result, Tarlov often suffered from the dreaded mom guilt, particularly when she ventured to South Korea on a work assignment 4 months after giving birth. Luckily, she soon found a way to stave off these thoughts. She told the outlet, "Leaning into the concept that if you're not in a good place, then you aren't of much use to your baby was difficult, but left me much happier in the end." She might not get much of a chance to talk about sports while discussing the day's hot-button issues as a political pundit. However, Tarlov likes nothing better in her rare moments of downtime than to watch the NBA. When asked by Carrie which person she wished she could have switched careers with, she gave a somewhat unexpected answer. Boston Celtics legend Bill Russell. Tarlov said, "I'm an NBA fanatic, and his passing was very impactful. To be such a great champion and a trailblazing civil rights icon is such a special and important combination." And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the same reasons. Tarlov may have been an admirer of Russell and Abdul-Jabbar's dribbling, but when it comes to getting worked up over athletes, she prefers one particular Spanish tennis player. In a chat with Fox News, she revealed that her all-time celebrity crush was 22-time Grand Slam winner Rafael Nadal. While speaking to Bustle, the digital group she also serves as senior vice president for, Tarlov defiantly clapped back at those critics who argue that her keen fashion sense takes the attention away from her political commentary. She told the outlet, "My response is always the same. I feel more fierce when I look fierce, and when I feel more fierce, I get better results." She also explained how exactly her self-care approach positively affects her work. "My arguments are clearer, my energy is higher, my political values are shinier. Frankly, I make more of a difference." Tarlov added that she was tired of hearing how fake eyelashes and heels are a barrier to authority. She further noted how Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg is never criticized for conducting his business in a hoodie, telling the outlet, "Nobody ever judges men on how they dress, so why on earth should anyone take me less seriously?" Tarlov is now a regular face on our screens thanks to The Five, but although she was raised in a showbiz family, her father was a Hollywood producer and director while her mother is a writer, Tarlov never wanted to be a TV star. In a 2017 interview with Washingtonian, Jessica explained that her younger sister had always been far more interested in pursuing a career in the entertainment industry. Molly Tarlov is now an actor best known for playing Sadie Saxon in MTV's long-running dramedy Awkward. She has also appeared on the big screen in the supernatural horror film Haunting on Fraternity Row, and her father's directorial debut, Simply Irresistible. Jessica is now proud to have joined her sister in the on-screen ranks. In her Washingtonian interview, she also relished the fact that she was being beamed into the nation's homes on a weekly basis, most notably Donald Trump's, who was president at the time. Tarlov told the outlet, "It feels really special and such a unique opportunity, because when President Obama was president, he wasn't ever watching Fox News." Tarlov might be renowned for opposing conservatives as a political pundit on Fox News, but during her stint living in the UK, she actively helped a conservative rise to the most powerful seat in the country. After finishing her PhD at the London School of Economics, Tarlov worked on future Prime Minister Boris Johnson's 2012 campaign to be re-elected as the city's mayor. In a piece she wrote for The Hill, Tarlov explained what initially attracted her to such a role, writing, "In those days, Boris Johnson was known for his love of cycling and dedication to greener transportation policies, his tough-on-crime approach, pledge to build more affordable housing, and fanaticism for making the London Olympics a triumph." However, by the time Johnson was essentially forced to resign as the head of the government in 2022, Tarlov realized that her early adulation had been misplaced. Referring to the European Union withdrawal her former boss had helped to instigate, she said, "Brexit also was the most glaring example of how a politician who may have been regularly admonished for his behavior, but ultimately is loved for his candor, quirkiness, and brashness, can fall from greatness. The big Brexit sell, coupled with mismanagement, lies, and sidestepping of other issues, all added up to a huge betrayal." Tarlov's career has taken her to some unexpected places, from Boris Johnson's mayoral re-election campaign to the cutthroat world of Fox News. She has her mom Judy and father Mark to thank for all this unpredictability. When asked by USA Today who her biggest mentors in life were, Tarlov didn't hesitate in naming her parents, adding, "They're brilliant, bold thinkers that always pushed me to experiment academically and professionally. Having support to take a zigzag path to get where you're going, and to be cool with not knowing where you're going at all, has made each phase of my career that much better." Her father Mark certainly took the zigzag approach himself, having worked as a lawyer, Hollywood producer, and winemaker throughout his professional life. But his work ethic isn't the only thing Jessica has taken inspiration from. Tarlov also described her father's marriage to her mom as #relationship goals. The couple's life together only came to an end in 2021 when Mark died from cancer. You might expect that a liberal commentator who works on Fox News would be used to getting flack from the other end of the political spectrum. But then again, receiving scathing criticism from the reigning president of the United States is something else. And that's exactly what Jessica Tarlov had to deal with when Donald Trump delivered a pointed review of her performance on The Five. In an interview with Bustle, Tarlov admitted she was left blindsided by the 45th president's harsh remarks, saying, "According to Trump, the show is great except for me. I'm terrible, I'm always wrong, and my voice is unendurable." I think that was the term he used. It was really hurtful. He said I had a jittery presentation, which is something I'm quite self-conscious about.
But yeah, it's hurtful. You can't change who you are.
But thanks to support from her mom and best friend, Tarlov was able to turn Trump's remarks into a positive. She told Bustle, "I tried to get to a place where I could see Trump's criticism as a compliment. Someone with so much power was paying attention to what I was doing, and I was doing a good enough job that he couldn't focus on the facts. He had to go after a superficial thing like my voice."